All right, hey everybody, doing a teach here where I'm going to show Sanguimancer how, or at least what I know about the expansions. I thought maybe I'd film this for everybody, so if you guys want to watch, we can give it a try. I by no means am an expert at this, and we'll probably get some of the deals wrong, or some of the rules wrong, but we'll give it a shot either way. So without further ado, here we go. So I'll start by explaining the the guild expansion here.
Right on.
Generally, you are correct. It incentivizes. So, what's a good way to explain this? So you can advance three different guild factions, different spaces, and each one does a different thing. So let's start with this highliner here. So conceptually, you have like a base of operations outside of Dune, and then every turn, this highliner is going to move one space closer to Arrakis until it lands on Arrakis. And then when it lands on Arrakis, it's going to drop off troops, and it's also going to drop off frigates or kind of like starfighters. And then it's going to go back to base and it's going to refill again. So it only walks in one direction. When it gets here, it goes back. Each turn, no matter what happens, it's going to advance one space. And at the very beginning of the game, you start with two troops that belong to Atreides and two troops that belong to Harkonnen. So you get points for Atreides by having an Atreides Legion take a harvester, not a smuggler legion, not a worm. It has to be an Atreides legion attacking a harvester. And each time you successfully attack a harvester, you get 1 point that you can use to trigger any one of these items on here. Doesn't matter, you can trigger all Spacing Guild, all land, all Chome, whatever you want. There's no limit to how you can do it. So if you take out two harvesters at the same time, you can do two spacing actions. So what a spacing action is it's moving the highliner one space immediately. And you do this action the minute you take the harvester out. You don't wait till the end of the turn.
Instantaneous.
Instantaneous, yep. So the Spacing Guild action allows you to get stuff deployed faster, right? Even if you never use a spacing action, you will automatically get at least two troops deployed at the end of turn 1, 2, 3, at the end of turn 4. You will automatically get two extra troops. The land action is to take two, these are called House Major troops, two House Major troops, and you'll see here you can change their state to state 1, state 2, or state 3, and you can just hover over and press the 1, 2, or 3 button to do it and make it look like Christmas lights. And so these are neutral troops that could go in either direction. So if you take out a harvester and you want to do a land action, you can turn two of these troops to Atreides and then put them in your cargo hold. That can be done even if the ship is not at its starting base of operation. So you can, and it's also worth noting that these are a limited resource. So if all of the troops are already on House Atreides, deploy hold over here, then the Harkonnen player can't do anything.
And vice versa.
Yep, these two are always Harks. These two are always Atreides for starting on here. Or at least two of them are, or however that works. Okay, so the third action is a Chome action, and that is taking a frigate and putting that in your hold as well. A frigate basically does two things. When it lands, you are going to deploy frigates in airspaces, and then the frigate will either do a bombard action, which is kind of like a worm. It's roll 4 dice and it hits on, maybe it's 3 dice. Rolls 3 dice and it hits on specials and regulars. Or it works like an ornithopter for an extra space. So you can go 3 spaces away if you're Harkonnen or if you're Atreides. So if you have a guy in this siege over here and you want to use this frigate to move it, you could move them 1, 2, 3 and drop them off here right away. Or if you have, let's say these are Harkonnen guys You could move them 1, 2, 3 and attack this siege straight away. These are also free actions to do bombard. So if you did something like this with your Harkonnen frigate deployment, on your first move, you could bombard here, and then move these guys 3 spaces and attack over here with this frigate. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
It seems pretty good. What I have found, and again, I've only played this a couple of times, is that this expansion feels more like a win more expansion, meaning the people that are ahead of the game usually have the extra resources to get the points to advance this, which means they get more stuff and then are able to put more pressure on people. So we talked about how Atreides gets points. How Harkonnens get points is by spending either 2 or 3 spice investment to either prevent them from dropping or from moving them back
or
up.
to
Keep
make
them
them
happy. Yep. Now, Harks could spend 6 on Chom to trigger 3 Chom actions and still let these 2 go down and get banned if they want to do that.
Okay, so it gives me something to do with extra spice if I
Extra
happen
spice,
to get
yep. You could just keep pumping it in there to get bonus points on here. It's worth pointing out in the game that the Atreides is going to have the first option to collect stuff because they're going to have the option to kill harvesters before we have
I
the
actually collect harvest spice.
Yep. So that's the basics of Spacing Guild right there. There is this guild navigator, which basically serves as an extra ornithopter that you can put out if you have a card. It's a Carino card that says Guild Navigator.
And he gets brought into play the same way that Shaddam does?
Well, kind of, except when at the end of the turn he's a vehicle, so if you don't use him, he goes back into the pile and you can only bring him out with another card. He doesn't start coming out every turn. So I haven't found a really good way to use this guy. Most of the time I just want to use a house dice to put 2 ornithopters on the board instead. But I suppose if you didn't have any house dice and you had a Mentat, let's say, and you wanted to play the Guild Navigator to serve as an ornithopter, you could do that. His special ability is you can use an ornithopter twice, basically. So you could use this guy to ornithopter to here, and then instead of discarding the ornithopter, you can discard the Guild Navigator, and then you can use this ornithopter again later on that turn. So if you draw a Guild Navigator card, I haven't found a great way to use them yet, but it might be worth playing around. There's a couple of new cards that really aren't worth discussing too much.
I've heard about the bans.
The ban cards, right? Sometimes they pop up, sometimes they don't. They really suck when they do, and there's no way to get around it. The Harkonnen version of that is the Guild Navigator, which is not a good replacement for the permabans, but that's just is what it is. And that's spacing. So make enough sense so far? Okay, smugglers. The theme behind the smugglers expansion is that the smugglers start out on the Harkonnen side and slowly convert over to the Atreides side. So the way it's represented as being on the Harkonnen side at the start is you get 3 extra harvesters and a carryall to place. Now the carryall will only recover matching color vehicles. Similarly, if I have a card that says remove 2 Harkonnen harvesters, these are not Harkonnen harvesters. These are smuggler harvesters. So they are different from regular harvesters in 2 ways. One, if I kill one, it goes into the void and doesn't come back later. The second piece is at the end of the turn, whether or not they're in shallow desert or deep desert, they only accrue 1 spice. However, if I kill a harvester, I also trigger, if the Atreides kills a harvester, they also trigger one of these actions as well. So it's sort of a double-edged sword. Most of the time with these harvesters, when I found success, I try to put them in places that are awkward for Atreides to attack in, kind of like defended up here.
Right, because if it doesn't matter if they're in deep desert or normal desert, there's no reason not to put them in places where for
That's
easy
sort of my
defense.
thought. And then, like this carry-all can cover both of these, something along that lines. I tried them once where I put them out into the desert and I regretted it pretty quickly,
Yeah,
because it just ended up where the Atreides player got a bunch more stuff and then I lost my harvesters, and it extra sucks when they pull up the Raza condition because they want to kill harvesters anyway, right?
yeah.
So in that case, I'm okay here. So that's the only piece of the Spice Guild or
So
the
I, so
Smugglers
I,
Guild for
but I get to,
Harkonnens.
even though these are smugglers, I still get to decide where they go.
You still get to decide where they go because they start out being part of the Harkonnen faction. And then
Okay.
every turn, you're going to see I have this guy called, I don't know the lore behind it, but he's Staben
Tuek
Tuet. Yep.
something.
And so the idea is he will slowly be converted towards becoming on the Atreides side. And that's represented by as soon as I have a prescience point that lines up to where Staben is, then all these harvesters go away and the carryall goes away. And I bring out a smuggler camp. And a smuggler camp is a 3 siege, which has no point value for you. I can deploy it anywhere on this side of the map here that's in a desert. So the bottom 2 sectors here. And it's going to spawn these regular units, which can't sand ride and are basically just extra regulars. And there's a chance that I have cards that let me play ornithopters too. And the ornithopters let me battle your ornithopters and blow stuff up. It's like a good thing for Atreides to have, basically.
Of
If the
course.
Harkonnen player ever eliminates this siege, which is a value 3, then all my smugglers are removed, including Gurney, and then I don't get anything anymore. So once they pop up, they're vulnerable if I leave this base
I
open.
can perma kill Gurney like that.
You can, yeah. Everybody, and Gurney will not come out until the smugglers come out.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's no first turn Gurney
Oh,
cards.
so
And
those smuggler cards replace the Gurney cards in your
correct.
deck.
Yep, yep, yep.
Okay.
And then what happens is basically every turn I'm going to add a smuggler to this camp. And then whenever these two meet, that's when I deploy this kind of extra army. These
Okay.
guys are just like regular units. They don't have 2 hit points and whatever. The last piece I get is this extra dice result. And this dice is basically like a lesser version of an Atreides dice. It lets me move a legion or attack with a legion with a smuggler unit. I can play a card, or I can draw 2 planning cards with the House Harkonnen or with the House Atreides. Blah blah blah. So it's like a dice that's half or like 3/4 value of an Atreides dice. But it does count as a dice, so it limits my ability to use desert power. I don't have an option of rolling it or not rolling it.
Oh, okay.
So this is mostly a boon for Atreides, and usually what I've seen it at is we're going to deploy the smugglers camp, here, and then we're going to do a highliner attack and attack, over here or whatever, 3 spaces
Right.
away, something like that, and then you get a
Just
good
take the
picked
extra
army.
reinforcements and throw them right at me.
Yep, because Gurney shows up with it. This Staben Tuet guy shows up too, and he has a desert power ability, kind of like Shai Halud, where he can like gain smugglers and do whatever. So he's like a good dude that comes out as soon as these things are all lined up. I have found the smugglers to basically be a major pro Atreides, but I think there are some circumstances where maybe if these guys manage to stay alive, it could be good for the Harkonnen, but I see very little benefit for the Harkonnen in the smugglers expansion overall.
I mean, extra harvesters isn't terrible, but yeah.
Not bad. Gives you something else to maybe get some extra spice on.
So I can put these here, and
Yeah,
those are
yep.
just like. You'll probably just want to go right for them, of course.
Probably. I think and I mean, if for no other reason, because it'll sort of demonstrate how this game works a little bit with some of the expansions too.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's fine. We'll
All right.
put it like this then, and just hope there's no worm here.
That's what we got.
All right. I think I'm ready to roll dice.
All right. Here we go. Got leader, strategy, deploy, mentat. And then we won't, I won't we'll record this on the ELO or anything because we'll just try a bunch of stuff and see if we
Yeah,
can
sure.
find some new stuff to do.
I was gonna say if I beat you, I totally want to put it on
Oh
the
yeah,
ELO.
well there you go. You could do it if you beat me. That's fine.
Nah, it'll be fine. No deployment for me. That's a little bad.
A little awkward. I have one of everything with the Benny.
Yep. All right. Well, Atreides goes first, sir.
I will do. Let's see. Paul and Jessica do collecting. Reveal a siege. All right. We'll start with. Should probably see what my sieges are. All right, let's start with a deploy. And I'll put Paul and token out here.
All right. I'm gonna go spend this Mentat die. We're gonna play my actual deploy, forced recruitment.
There it is.
Yep. Get in there, Raban. Right into Arakeen. Guess where he's going?
Yep, heading out. All right, we'll do. I'll go ahead and reveal a siege and where Paul's at with this free action. That's a 2.
Okay.
And that gets me 1 and 1. And then I'll do some desert power.
It's definitely gonna get this testing station. I think we'll Baron Hark's ability. We're gonna replace some normal dudes with elite dudes. It's gonna be 1 in the North Pole, 2 of these guys in the Haga Basin. Over to you.
Let's do draw 1, play 1. Draw Atreides. Play. All right. Play Chat the Leper.
Oh boy.
Make a party.
That's a lot of angry Fremen.
I just do what the cards tell me to do.
Yeah. All right. Well, Raban's special ability is going to get him right close and personal with that siege. So 1, 2, and then he march out into the desert.
Yep.
Hello, Fremen.
Let's do desert power.
I don't think I really improved my position much here. You know what? Nah. We're just gonna attack with a strategy die.
Okay, yep. I got a double, and it's a 3.
3 points. We take those.
I will not discard anything.
Neither will I. May thy knife chip and shatter.
All right.
Get that shield out of there.
Blocked. I am dead. You take 3.
I will take 3. Just demote these 3 guys. Raban doing his job. In base game, I
Yep.
always had people
Yep.
put
Yep.
it over here, but I don't know
Yep.
where to put it
It's
now.
I don't know. You can drop it wherever you want.
All right, just here. Last game I played, I actually paid attention to which deployment tokens they had left, and it
Mm.
made a huge difference.
Yep. Yep. I usually try that.
All
Doesn't
right,
always work out, but
where is my 3 points? Oh, you dropped it
yep,
over here
over
for
here.
me. Thank
Yep.
you.
And
All right,
drop it on 0
get
or
in,
whatever.
get in here, Thufir Hawat.
Let's do one more just because I can't help myself. Let's do one more desert power here and here.
That's so greedy, man. You're just going
Super
right for it.
greedy.
I can't be too mad at it. Yeah, we're gonna use Thufir's special ability. Not having a deployment's really awkward, so
Yeah, it is for sure.
I'm hoping we get something good in these cards. All right.
All right, we'll do Stilgar's move with the strategy. We'll go one here on the eco station. And then two up there. And then three we're going to go two, three. Okay, so I'll take that one, take this one.
Oh.
Yellow and yellow.
Where was the third move?
One,
Oh, onto the
two,
plateau.
three. Yep.
Okay. You need two other guys on plateau regions for that to work.
I do.
I mean, I guess you can just move these guys and then maybe these guys over here, but I don't know. Probably leave these guys here to threaten the hell out of me. It's kind of mean, don't you think?
They're not very nice. It's true.
No. I mean, that chat leaper on turn 1 is pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
Although, how good these deployment tokens are, I have no idea. I think the worst thing you could do here is just go for the North Pole and then take it. That'd be pretty bad for me. Oh man, usually it's not a good thing to like dump all your house die as Harkonnen into harvesters, but with Spacing Guild,
It makes you kind of want to for all the extra loot you get.
I might actually try it because I don't know. I'm just thinking about if I want to be able to attack your Legion here
Yeah, for sure.
because just killing you while you're on the rocks seems like a good idea.
Hey, bud. Yeah. Let's go ahead and open the garage.
All right. We're gonna use this house die. We're gonna play Evidence of Rebellion. So let's drop
Seems
two
good.
elite boys into the North Pole.
All right.
Let's draw one Harkonnen, one Carino. All right, over to you.
I will.
Go for Arakeen. Go for Arakeen. You know you want to.
Oh no, I'm just trying to decide whether or not you drew reports of traitors or not. I will. I'll go house dice into here with a surprise attack.
There you go. Because it's Baby Paul, he only gets one.
That's
Damn,
correct.
that is a really good Legion. Jesus
It's a
Christ,
big pile of Fatakin.
that is a massive pile of angry Fremen.
Paul Atreides was wanting to get into combat, apparently.
This is kickstarting the jihad.
It is. All right, no discard for me.
Yeah,
I
no
have
discard for me. I'm not used to having an extra die to roll just because of the defense.
right. Yep. 6
All
to
right,
6.
let's go. I hate when this happens.
Got 1, 2, 3 Fatakin.
Get one of those shields out of there. I have a Sardaukar.
That and that
Oh,
block.
I already got one shield.
Oh, you got one out.
Yeah.
Yep.
So one hit to
So
4.
you do 1, I do 4. And
Ow.
then I'm going to, yep, take, maybe I'll do a downgrade. And then I'll downgrade again to press.
Yep. All right. I have to make you pay for it as much as I can. So we'll downgrade this guy, and kill the Bashar.
Yep.
And then I think I will discard one card just
Yep.
because. All right. I might regret discarding this card, but it's not going to do me any good this turn.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. That gives me 5 dice. Let's go.
Oh, you're at 6 because you get this guy too. So
Oh,
one more.
okay. Well, here,
Yep.
I'll just roll this
Yep.
extra die.
Extra hit. Okay.
Cool.
I got Fatakin. You've got Sardaukar. I take 3. You take 4.
One guy left. Oh, my word.
1, 2.
Well, this one guy is going to live the dream and he's going to die a hero.
He is what every Harkonnen wants to do. And then I will also kill. Actually, let's see. Let me think about that for a minute. I'll take 1, 2, 3. And I'll roll 5 dice this turn and not discard anything.
All right. I will take 2 dice.
All right, 3 hits.
Please no double special. Oh, okay. Well, that sucks.
Yep. All right. Gotcha. That's a
Well,
point for me.
The basin is yours.
We have upgraded to Reverend Mother. And back to you.
It's quite a scary thing to be facing down on turn 1.
Indeed.
You still have another leadership die.
I do.
You can attack Carthage here. You can't attack the North Pole anymore.
Correct.
Man, I was really hoping to drop a lot of special die into Harvesters this turn. Can't do that anymore. I'm gonna go for the Baron's personal guard.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop the Baron and 2 elites in Carthage. Then move any legion. Baron, come on, man. All right. If I move these guys out, you can just take the North Pole.
Potentially, I've got to weigh in with these guys.
Yep. I don't just want to give you the North Pole. I think we just seems a bit underwhelming. I think we just move Raban. Just get him out of the deep
out of
desert.
the deep desert. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Over to you.
Let's do a
Surprise attack into
surprise
arson.
attack into Arsant. Yeah.
Yep. Getting the most out of this Legion.
Give it a try. I got 5, and actually, yeah, I'll just do 5 is fine.
5 to 5. I've got no Sardaukar this time.
Special.
All hits.
All right.
Love to see it.
I take 4, you take 5.
That exactly gets you Arsant.
Perfect, and that's painful for me. 1, 2, 3.
That's a pretty damn good turn 1 for Atreides.
It is. Let me think about this. 3, 4. Okay, I'll take a Nabe, a Fatakin, and a regular. And I'll drop everybody out here. They'll take 1 more of each. That brings out Chani and Paul.
Yep.
And back to you.
Yep. Well, the logical thing to do is just attack you here and try to kill you, right?
Maybe. I never like having Paul sitting around. The only downside is that you don't have a surprise attack, so it's possible I just end up retreating somewhere. Whether or not that's good or bad, I don't know.
I mean, 6 points to chew through is not great for me. And I don't have any Sardaukar there. But yeah, having Paul just sit there. I guess the other thing to consider is that you are 2 turns away from actually taking Arrakis if you try to. You've already played Chat the Leaper, so you can't just...
Yep.
At that point, the worst thing you can do is Death Commandos, and that just drops another Fatakin there.
Yeah, or a Voice from Beyond would be Fatakin and Surprise Attack.
Oh, no, Death Commandos is
Death
the other
Commandos
one,
is upgrading to Elites.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's no Elites here. They're already Fatakin, so...
Correct, yep.
I should have used this Ornithopter to move Beast earlier. Then I could use this one to attack this siege.
Oh, I see. Yep.
Yeah. And this one can't even scout anything, so it's kind of a wasted Thopter now.
Yeah, you could use them on this guy, potentially.
Well, yeah, I can, because it's... Where would I move him, is the question.
Maybe here?
Maybe.
Although risky, because then I have turn 1 into...
Yeah.
Into North
Well,
Pole.
if I did that, I'd probably leave at least a couple behind.
Yeah,
just
that's
to make
true.
Work for it.
And
Maybe
you know I don't have my I don't have my double elite anymore because it was here.
Yeah, that was here. That was the one you moved Paul to go take over half my sieges with my villages with.
Yep.
No, I think we just attack, and even if Paul retreats, like I decide where he retreats to, so I can put him. Yep. I can put him on the rocks, and then he's far from the desert. And if nothing else, it gets your Fedaykin out of the way. So yeah, we're just gonna attack. Baron's gonna go swinging.
All right.
I think Harkonnen wins the attrition game.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's what I would have done too.
Yeah.
All right.
No deployment kind of sucks, but it's whatever. We work with it.
6. I'm at 3.
I got 6.
Do I want to roll more?
Yes, discard cards, please.
Yeah, I'll discard a good one. I'll roll 4.
What was that?
Battle language.
Oh, damn, that is a good one. I would have kept that personally, but.
All right, got 1 block. Then that's blocked, so we each take 2.
All right.
I will lose
that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Fatakin down. I call that worth.
And then you can retreat me, unless you don't want to press.
No, I do want to press the attack.
Yep, you can retreat me wherever you want.
Yeah, right there on the shield wall.
Yep.
Just far from the desert. I guess you can rendezvous with this guy, but that still gets you farther. I will not advance.
Do not
I will
have
stay.
To advance. Yep.
Yeah, I will stay in Carthage. Although, hold up. What's the? You know what? No, we're just going to stay in Carthage.
Yep.
Yeah, Yeah, because I've already played the 2 cards that let me deploy there, so
Yep.
there's not much point to just freeing up space. Okay. I believe that's Desert Hazards.
Well, that didn't play out significantly differently with the expansions, I suppose.
Yeah, no, that seemed a pretty base game. It could have been a lot different if you went for some of these harvesters, and if you didn't threaten the sieges, I might have dropped a lot of harvesters out here and then
Yep. Yep. Yep.
gotten a lot of stuff. But I think you made the good call here.
Got a
Well,
dude there, dude here, and dude here, who will then retreat you back to here, I
the deep
suppose.
desert.
Yep.
Well, he tried.
He tried. All right, and then storms. Clean up storms over here
Yep.
for two.
Well, 2 hits. We will demote the elite and kill the Bashar. So regular. There we go. Raban still has some gas in that legion, so he
He
can just.
does.
Oh damn! But that's a sandworm right there.
That is a sandworm.
Nah, Ravan still got some gas. He's going for it.
Okay, let's go.
right.
Okay, so you've
Spice.
got 4, 5,
7.
6, 7 spice.
All right. I am a big fan of buying points.
Yep.
So we're gonna. I have to piss off one of these guys, don't I?
7, 4. Yeah, you'd have to piss off one of them. Yep.
All right. Well, if I give you a point, you're getting a BG token.
That's correct. Yep.
I think I'm okay with that. So we're gonna spend 3 to get a point.
Okay.
And what I've like to do is I like to clone this thing and just.
Yeah, me too. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is there.
And then 4 more left.
And the point buying spice doesn't get me anything here. No?
It does. It does. Each. Or yeah, sorry. Buying spice does not, but maintaining these guys does.
All right. So now I just got to decide which of these guys I'm pissing off.
Yep. Correct.
So no matter what, we're moving each of these down 1.
Did you meet up with Max? Okay. Yeah, these are moving down 1 space no matter what.
Okay.
But they could move in the extra one if you want to invest in the Spacing Guild.
I think we'll piss the guild off and keep it at 1, and we'll just because you said these are a limited resource. So if I take them now, you can't take them later.
Correct. Until they're deployed and killed, and then they come back to the neutral area.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think we'll keep Landsrat and Chom happy, and Chom gets me one of these.
Okay. Yep. It does.
Yep. And then I will eat the guild ban and lose this dice.
Yep.
Oh, and this Arsent is yours.
Yep.
Let's put it there.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. 2, 3. Okay. And then I did not score any of these, but I will get rid of this one.
Okay.
And I will. Oh, do you want to replace any leaders? I'm going to keep all mine out there.
I'm going to keep Raban where he is. He ain't afraid of no worm.
He's not worried about it.
He's going to totally get his ass eaten by that thing, but.
I got Flee the Families, Razas, and Stunted Worms. And then end of the turn, so I get 1 smuggler guy added to the smuggler camp here.
Yep.
And
then
that's it.
We do
vehicles and then
roll dice again?
Yep.
All right. Well, I gotta drop a Thopter out here for Raban. Or do I? 1, 2. Nah, yeah, I have to drop a Thopter out there for Raban. Oh yeah, and I get extra harvesters this turn.
Do 4 harvesters plus 3 smugglers.
Extra harvester. I think we're gonna give this worm a lot of other targets just to tempt you. Come on, worm, don't you want to eat up some harvesters? All right. Oh. Actually, I guess the other
and then our
option is dropping it out here.
1 space.
And then we can drop this out here. I don't like that. Oh. Yeah, we'll keep that out here. And the smugglers, I don't see why we wouldn't just do the same thing as last time.
Yep. I think that's the go-to with them.
Yeah,
I
keep them.
haven't found anything that's seems better unless you clear out like a whole space and then you can drop them out over like here if you got all these sieges out or something.
Yeah, I was thinking about dropping them over here because you abandoned this pretty quick, but
Yep.
I need a place for my actual.
Yep.
Man, more vehicles really clutters things up. It feels like vehicles are a lot easier to
It
place when
does. Yep.
there's. Yeah.
All right. Then we got dice.
Yep. Let's roll. Hey, there's some deployment. Oh, I forgot to draw cards. Did you
Oh
draw
yeah,
cards?
me too. Yeah, I forgot.
It's an easy thing to forget. All right. Well, Atreides goes first, so what do we...
Let's start with a 5, 2, 7. So 2 desert power. I will go ahead and draw 2 and then play 1. And I will play this just to try it. So move Staben Tuek down 1 on the prescience track
Then play another
and
card.
add a ornithopter to the available pile. So that goes here.
Oh, okay.
And then play another card. And for my other card, I will play Aaliyah, which then lets me play another card.
It's got the combo.
And for my other card, I will play the Landsrand ban because I'm a jerk, and then that is permanently in play.
Ow.
Now you can still invest in it, it just doesn't do you any good.
Right.
Like for fixing the ban. And I have
Yeah.
no idea where to put that, but we'll do it
That was in the lore. I don't know how much you know about the
Oh,
lore of
was
this
it?
game,
Okay,
but
got it.
well,
Yep.
in the lore they had the Spacing Guild permanently in effect. The Fremen
Got
were
it.
just bribing the shit out of them.
Got it. Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah. Game is hard, man.
Yep. It's very unforgiving.
I want to move 2 legions, but well, I want to move a legion. I just don't know where to move the other legion. No, I'm lying. I know where to move the other legion. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to strategy item move 2. We're going to Thopter Raban over this worm.
Yep.
Next to the siege. And then these guys, we're just going to walk them out onto the rocks. Get them ready to rendezvous. Over to you.
Well, I suppose as a free action, I'll remove a deployed token from a siege. And then I'll score 1 and 1. It's called being chicken.
I won't argue with that.
And then for my real action, I will spend Aaliyah's dice to remove your leadership dice.
You got it.
And then I will play a planning card of my choice. And that will be
I am Stilgar.
Stilgar. 2 elites and a regular. In an empty plateau.
Well, fuck.
Hello, Stilgar.
Me not being able to attack makes this hard. Well, I can attack, but it's...
Puts you in a tough decision.
It's a tough decision. Back over to me.
Yep, back to you.
All right. Well, it's pretty clear we got to deploy. We got to get some soldiers in here. So, Sardaukar and 2 rigs with a Ramsham's ability, and I think we're going to bring Thufir in. What kind of dice do you got left? So to join these 2 legions, you got to spend.
Yeah, one to join, one to attack.
Yeah. So I do have some time. So I think if I drop Thufir in here and then the Sardaukar, that can just sit pretty for a while and just kind of stare at you from across the. That does leave these a little underdefended, but you're not really in a position to take anything. I guess the other option is putting Thufir in the North Pole and risking sending him out to get some more sieges. We have a Ramsham for that. Thufir has defensive, so we want to make use of that. All right, the Sardaukar and Thufir go to Carthag along with 1 normal. And then this guy goes to the North Pole.
All right.
And that's my deployment.
I will mentat to Death Commandos. It's all the fun cards.
There
today.
we go.
All right,
That's how he joins them.
2 elites with 2 Fatican.
Yep.
Then move 2 legions.
With Fatican. Oh boy.
All right. That's what I got.
Yep. All right. Now I've got a question.
Yes.
For the Shigawire card, it says move a legion containing a Sardaukar.
Yep.
Oh, actually, no. The Baron does have a Sardaukar.
He does.
Could I theoretically just move, like, not move the Baron at all, but pick that legion and then just kill Muad'Dib?
I think so. Doesn't it? Do you have to be in the area where the leader is? Like you could just.
It says move a legion containing a Sardaukar and then choose 1 enemy named leader in an area adjacent to that legion.
Oh, I see.
In the regen tank.
So is your question, could you move it 0? I think you can, because I think you're allowed to ignore certain parts of cards. So I think
the other option would just be thoptering these guys right here, because that's adjacent technically. But
yeah, I think I'm pretty sure the rules say you can ignore parts of cards if like something is not doable or whatever. So I would be okay if you did it and just Shigawired Paul.
Yeah, although honestly, I might just move these guys over here.
Yeah, that might be something you want to do anyway. Certainly a possibility.
Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to spend our house die to do it. So here's Shigawire, and these boys are going to Thopter 1-2. Plans change. They're no longer rendezvousing, and we garrote Paul.
All right. Well, that's sad for Paul.
Yep. No surprise. Well, you can still surprise attack with Stilgar, but it's...
Found the Death Commandos, and then that was it.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's do...
This is like the most clenchy Hark I've ever played.
I do enjoy a good heart clench.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do... Oh, I can't do Paul's ability anymore. That's sad. Okay.
Ha, poor guy. I love playing the bad guys in games like this.
I thought I was playing the bad guys. I'm pretty sure I'm the people in the desert blowing up vehicles and slaughtering civilians with jihad. Better be careful with that on the internet. All right.
Oh.
Let's see here. Let's do...
Baron Harkonnen did nothing wrong. Oh, my word.
No, right here. Well, let's do... Let's go ahead and do a deploy with Chani. And let's deploy here.
All right.
And I'll put Um,
Alia? Oh, you can take Harvest. Oh, you had Razia this turn.
yeah, but I also don't have the right number of moves to make that happen either. So maybe I'll
Oh,
stick
you know,
this
you're right.
somewhere
You're
else.
right. Because you'd have to. Well, you
Yep.
have a desert power, so you could like drop a desert
Try
power
to
here,
try
here.
to be tricky. Yeah.
Yeah, but that'd be investing all the rest of your moves to doing
Yep.
that pretty
Yep.
much.
Yep. It'll be a Nabe.
Okay.
Um, is that the right
No,
spot?
no
Or do we
Chani coming
just
out to
hide it
play.
over here? Maybe we go.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure these guys have to go to the same. The Siege and the
Yeah,
Torch
yeah,
go
yeah.
together.
I'm just thinking if I should move
Okay.
them out to barren land instead.
Okay.
I mean, that probably doesn't end up working, but
I don't think they're gonna hold it unless that's. Well, oh look, what deployment token did you have already? These are your garrisons. I mean, that could be a really good deployment token. There's another like double Fatican one in there, isn't there?
yeah, there is.
That might actually hold it. Might, but
I'm gonna
that's up to
go
you.
here.
Okay. Well, yeah, you were thinking about defending. It tells me this might not be a one, but bluffs don't work on me because I just marched in anyway. So we're gonna strategy. I march right in. What do we? It was a one. Okay.
It's
Well, that's fine. That means I can buy a point and get 2 points worth.
correct. We've got a deploy and a mentat left, so I
Yep.
will desert power. And that's it.
Yep. So you will have one.
I'm him up from the deploy.
Yeah, of course. You will have one dice left after this.
I will.
And no desert power. Oh, actually, this is like the perfect time to play this card. We're gonna Mentat to just play spotter control.
Yep,
Oh,
good one.
yep. And there's only 2 worm signs for me to remove, but that's fine.
Yep,
So
yep, yep.
get him out of there. I'm gonna draw 2
Um,
heart cards. Cool.
so
Over to you.
now that sort of answers my what to do nonsense. So I'll
Yep.
move Paul up, and then I'll actually attack these guys up here with Stilgar on a surprise attack.
Oh, that's smart.
I have nothing
Atreides
to
can play the
discard. None
Atreides can play the attrition game too. I
five.
cannot discard.
You
I
cannot
am
ever discard.
I am never going to discard.
All right, so 5 to 4. 5 to
Yep.
4.
Looks like it.
All
All
right,
right.
surprise.
Oh,
Holy
so
shields.
bad.
All right, I have kill all 3 of those shields, and then
Yeah.
you take 5. Dear
You
Lord.
get rid of the shield. I
Oh
have
yeah,
one
that's right.
Sardaukar.
So I take 1. I'll
Oh, that's so bad.
downgrade a fate again.
Oh, that's so bad for me. Okay. 5? Jesus Christ. I think the Sardaukar lives.
Yep,
Um,
yep. You have 1 left, or no, you have a Sardaukar and a leader if you want, or
if I
some
want, or
combination.
Sardaukar and a regular, yeah. Well, obviously I'm gonna retreat. I don't think it does me much good to stay here.
I will retreat you to here.
Yep.
Oh, here? Yeah, probably here.
Oh,
And
this is really bad for me. Holy shit. I didn't even realize.
I'll sit here.
Yep. Anybody ever tell you how good you are at these games?
Oh, I appreciate the compliment.
I thought I was smart for moving this. I was dumb. I was very, very dumb. I should have moved him here. No, that shouldn't have because I
No,
wouldn't be
I
able to
no,
kill
I don't
Paul.
think there. Yeah, because I was up here. I think this was an okay move. I probably still would have. I don't know. Like my rule of thumb is always attack Atreides when they're in a pile. But I mean, if you attack and it goes badly, like that's bad too. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, I have had a lot of very good cards for doing this nonsense for sure.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, so like here's where the guild thing could come into handy. This is going to move up one, and if you invest in the space guild, you could actually deploy these guys in Arakeen.
Oh,
So
you know
like
what?
these guys are,
That's
I think that's allowed. I should probably check that because it might say not adjacent to somebody. Let's see. Landing phase. Okay, during the landing phase, you take all your figures and you place them on the board. The player places all troops in an empty area of their choice that is not adjacent to enemy legions or settlements. Okay, if there are more than six. Okay, so never mind, that doesn't actually work here. But you could place them in Imperial Basin, although that doesn't solve your
does
problems right away.
yeah. The big problem is you taking Arakeen.
I feel like that's probably a little bit of an oversight on their part. Like it would make sense that you would be able to deploy them into your settlement, even if there
Right.
are enemies adjacent to them.
Yeah.
But that's what it says. So
Ah well. We'll play it as written. So what happens if you take Arakeen?
then I would go up
You will
to
probably win the
I,
game on the spot. No, no, not
no,
necessarily.
because I
8,
can't
yeah, and
because
you need at
nothing will
least
be at
9.
9. Yep.
But okay, you're not taking any of these, but got this. Got you. This is rough. If you get the one, no, the one. Okay, because you'd have yellow at 8, and then the one that rewards you for attacking villages doesn't give you yellow points, does it?
It does not. Yep.
Man, I'm still running this real close to the line if I do that. If I just let you have Arakeen.
It's a spicy move.
I think we might have to. Carthag's the real capital anyway.
That's the former capital is the new capital.
Yep, it's the capital now. So yeah, we'll deploy as per normal, and a ramsham and 3 regs into the basin, and then
Into the basin.
I mean, is there anywhere better I can do with them? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. Okay, over to you.
All right.
Give us the desert power.
Desert power. Oh yeah, we're done. Yep. Now we just worm sign.
Desert hazards, desert power. What's the difference?
And I think that's it.
Yep.
Real. Holy worms.
Holy fuck,
Jesus.
man.
All right. 1, 2,
Yep. And the carry, I'll
3,
save one of
4.
these. Oh, hey, you didn't worm sign these guys. These
Oh
harvesters.
yeah. Yep. Yep. I didn't clean up yet. I'll pull them out still. 1, 2,
Okay.
3. 1, 2, 3. Should all be just one.
Yep. And then there's a worm there.
Yep. And actually, I cannot because my worms are already all out. So
You
that's fine.
can, if you want to, you can move a worm over there.
Yeah,
Instead of having it.
I'll leave it be. You can have your
All right.
smugglers.
All right. Well, these harvesters are dead, so I'm getting 5 spice, it looks like.
Yep.
That kind of sucks, but. So I buy a
And
point.
clean up, and then
I.
storming here for 1.
For 1. Well, poor regular. I mean, buying a point, and then that drops these guys into the. Pissing off Chome is really inefficient here.
It is for sure.
Because in order to do that, I would have to piss off Chome.
Yep.
Unless I just don't buy a point here. If I don't buy a point, Raban stays in. I can use him to surprise attack with that Legion. Normally, I really like buying points, but I think we're gonna keep the point. So that gives us 5 spice to play with. So we will make the guild happy, piss off the Landsrad, keep Chome happy, and hoard a spice. So
So
that
you'll
gives
move
us.
this into the landing phase then, because it
Yep.
moves up one by itself and then one
And I will
more.
also get 2 of these guys here.
And you'll also get 2 of those guys, so you'll have 6 House Harkonnen troops.
Cool. And I have to drop them all in the same place, or can I drop like
No,
3 of
you can
them?
spread them out into as many places as you want. No more than 6 in any major place.
All right. Well, if I can't drop them all in Arrakeen, then I got to drop 3 with a Ramsham and.
Yep. And one thing I should point out about these guys, so they are regulars, but they also hit on specials. So they're kind of like leaders who are also regulars.
Okay. Do the leadership die apply to them? Can you,
It
if it
does
says.
not. They're
Okay.
not at, oh, well, maybe hold on. The house troop is considered a regular unit and considered a general leader for movement and combat purposes. So I think movement and combat purposes. So
The
I
movement
think you could,
implies that the move 2 legions with a leader.
yeah, and then combat purposes would be with the ability of one hit. So I think you probably cannot surprise attack with them unless you have a leader in there. I'm not sure though, actually.
I mean, I've got a Ramsham in there, so I'm
Yep.
not
So
too
I
worried
think
about
that's
that
a
part. But
moot point. I'm gonna go with no, you can't use it just for this
all
game,
right.
and then
So the landing phase happens at the start of next turn or before?
landing phase happens immediately. So it
Okay.
happens at the end of
And the
this
vehicles
turn.
stay there until I use them?
The vehicles stay there until the end of the next vehicle cleanup phase.
Okay.
So if you
Well,
don't use them, they will go away. And
all right.
then you're still subject to stacking limits here. So
All
you
right.
can do 3 there and wherever
You're
else.
sure I can drop them all in? I don't have to drop them all in the same landing place. I can
You
split them
don't.
3
Yeah,
here, 3 here.
yeah. It does say you can split them somewhere.
Okay.
I think.
Well, if I can split them, I'm gonna do it like this. And if I can't put them in Arrakeen, I gotta do it like
Let's
this.
see. The player places all troops in an empty area of their choice that is not adjacent to legions or settlements. If there are more than 6 house major troops to be placed, the player must choose 2 different areas, dividing them as they wish.
All right. So
Okay.
empty. Empty means that it can't
Empty
even have
means
my troops.
nothing. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah. So
one empty space.
so we drop them all right here.
I guess that answers the settlement space too, because this is not empty. It has a token on it.
Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah, I
true.
guess they have to land somewhere totally open, like here or
Yeah.
here would work too. And then space frigates are placed in different air zones of your choice.
Yep. Okay.
At the end of the landing phase, the highliners then move back to the starting place.
Well, clearly I want to use these to bomb the shit out of you.
Yes.
So right here, then no matter where you go around here, I can bomb you.
Yep.
All right, cool. I called on some great house to help me out, bail me out,
Yeah.
dude. I got a bunch of angry terrorists breathing down my neck.
I will get rid of the Raza objective and
All right.
then shuffle. And do you want to replace any leaders? I do not.
I think we can replace a Ramsham.
Okay.
Just so he doesn't get like Chris knifed and I lose his deployment ability.
Yeah, that's true.
But nah, Thufir and Baron we got to keep in Carthage. I can't let you have any more points, and they have the best defensive specials.
I will. Oh, Paul's out now too. And then I get a
Oh, I got to drop
smuggler.
vehicles out.
And yes, you get vehicles.
All right. Thopter, Thopter, Harvester, 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 and Carryall. Okay, so you're going to have 4 dice to my 7. You're going to get 3 desert power. Would you spend that desert power eating my harvesters with your worms? You might. Very well might. But I think we have to be okay with that. Okay. And the Thopters. Man, this section is really awkward because if I
Yep.
put a carryall there, I can't thopter or bond anywhere. No, we're gonna do it differently. If you want to get some House's Major troops of your own, you go right ahead. We're gonna drop the Thopter out here. Well, I guess we'll leave a couple. You already got the Razia. Yeah, that'll work. All right, that's all my vehicles, I believe.
All right. Let's roll dice. Leader, house, strat. Apparently they want me to move.
They also want me to move. They want a lot of attacking, a lot of blood. Shai Halud demands blood this game.
Well, I think there's no circumstance where taking Arrakeen is not a smart move here with a giant pile
Naturally.
of troops next door. So we will go ahead and do a surprise attack onto Arrakeen and
Okay.
take it.
You got it. It's really funny when
1, 2,
Atreides just
3.
takes Arakeen and it doesn't even win them the game.
I know, right? Okay, that brings in this guy,
Staman, yeah.
which then for the
Do these
order,
smuggler carryalls just disappear immediately?
they do, I think. So
F.
smugglers become allied with Atreides. So capturing. Yep. Okay. So all smugglers in the smuggler carryall are permanently removed from the game. Atreides
All
player
right.
places smuggler base in an empty desert, moves the leaders of Gurney, Stabin, and all smuggler dudes there.
Yep.
And then add the smuggler die to the next resolution phase. So this will be out for this turn. I have a smuggler base that I will put.
Right next to the North Pole.
I mean, maybe, right? Is there a. I mean, now the downside is if you take the North Pole, all my smugglers die, but also, like, that's kind of what they're there for. Or maybe they
Yeah,
go here and deal with the beast. That could be fun.
maybe.
Um,
Wouldn't be bad. I guess it depends how much this siege is worth. It's 3,
yeah.
maybe you might want to do that.
And then where else could I put them that's useful? I could go after the North Pole. Mm. Yeah, maybe we just try it, I guess. And then I get an ornithopter, and I don't actually know what those do. Hold on.
Well, we have a rule book. We'll find out.
Okay. Smuggler and leaders, Gurney Halleck, ornithopter. Okay. So during the vehicle placement phase. So maybe those don't come out right now. Yep, so they come out during the vehicle placement phase. So we'll figure out next turn what they do. So he sits
Okay.
there for now.
Well, I guess that means the alternative is if I just kill the smuggler base right now, then
Yep.
you
Yep,
just get
then it's
nothing
just
from it.
gone. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which that might make me want to attack it. I do have 2 surprise attacks this turn.
You do.
Well, I don't. As you said, there's no situation where you don't just take Arakeen for free. I don't think there's any situation where I don't just try to kill you here.
Yeah, I think that's probably also a good move because these guys running rampant seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, you
And
take
now
me
this
to.
is a free action too if you want to use this guy.
Oh man.
So he can
So
either bomb for 3 or he can move somebody 3 spaces away.
yeah, bombing for 3 seems like the safe move here.
And it's that's not your whole action. It's just a freebie.
Right. Like a scouting, except I
Yep,
don't even
yep.
need to
Just scouting with
have the
bombs.
guild on side to do
Yep,
it.
yep.
Yeah, I think we bomb you, mop you up for 3.
Okay, so go
So
ahead. Then
let's
we'll
put that
plop him
back
back
over
over
there.
there.
And then These 3 dice been rolling nothing but shields all game. We're not going to trust them.
Uh-oh.
Well, fuck.
Maybe the wrong ones. All right, I'll
Maybe
take
the wrong dice, but take your hit, sir.
Take a regular.
Yep, and then we're going to have Thufir and his boys surprise attack.
Okay, yep.
So that's a leadership die. Not the house troops. Just Thufir and the Baron and some other guys. We have 1 extra regular. And Thufir's surprise attack looks like this. Trying to pick up my... Oh, I don't need to pick up the guys. I need to pick up the dice. There we go. All right, you ready to roll?
Ready to go. I got 4.
All right. Let's go. That's the Baron special.
All right, I got Fadekin for 2.
Yep.
And then you've got 4 blocks for my 4 hits. So I take 3, you take 1.
You take 4.
I take 4.
Thufir's gives him an extra.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I will downgrade this elite. I would like to press the attack.
I will retreat.
Okay.
To an area of your choice.
I mean, where else to put you but back up here?
Yep.
I mean, is there any other option? Not really.
It's either there or over here.
If I put you on Rimwall West, then you can... There's no way you win that fight, right?
I mean, probably not. I could have the place Paul and a Fadekin's, or wait, is that, yeah, Paul and a Fadekin and a Legion, and I still probably don't win it in that case, but...
It's too risky. Yeah, we're going to put you there, and then if you want to waste your die attacking these guys, I guess I just let you do that. Yeah. All right, good job, Thufir. He did his job. He's going to stay.
He is good.
All right, back to you.
All right. That Legion has sort of done its job, I think. Let's do...
That Legion did its job and then some, man.
I will...
I have a question for you.
Yep.
Did we draw cards?
I did. I don't know if you did. If you did not, go ahead and draw. If this Carino looks familiar, it means you did not.
Yeah, that Carino looks very familiar, so I did not draw cards. It doesn't change anything, of course.
Okay. Maybe I will... Maybe I'll Aaliyah, and I will discard your leadership dice.
Naturally.
And then I will play a planning card.
Okay.
And I will play Atomics.
Yep. Oh, that's the other reason not to detonate Atomics.
Yeah.
Or not to put you on that.
Yeah. I'm actually going to play Sand Tides and move an enemy legion that is out 1, and then take a Desert Power action, and I will eat them with
chomp
guy for 4. Yep.
Roll your 4.
4 hits.
Jesus, that is a hungry boy.
Angry Sandworm.
I think by the end of this turn, Beast isn't doing a whole lot now. Yeah, the Beast is dead. Into the tanks he goes. 1, 2, 3. Is there any point to just leaving Sardaukar out here? Can I expect anything from this Legion now? I don't think so, but whatever. Damn, it's a good turn.
And back to you.
Yep. At least I still have you, Thufir.
He's the MVP of the new capital.
Oh, yeah. He's going to hold it down. What kind of dice you got, and what kind of objectives do you have? Paul. Yahachuda. Desert War. I have like nowhere to deploy to either. I mean, at this point, I kind of doubt that. Well, it doesn't matter which one of these ones is the one that's up. I think drawing World of Similitudes just wins you the game on the spot.
It could, yep.
Yeah. Not even if you already have it in your hand, then drawing it wins you the game on the spot. But it still doesn't do me any good to just let you have more points. So I think I gotta just wipe out this Legion here while I can. Not even let you attack Carthag for the card. I guess it also denies Stilgar, so you can't use his special
That's true.
strategy.
That's true, yep.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're just gonna normal attack. We want blood.
All right, let's
Thufir's
do
Legion
it.
attacks Stilgar. Can I just leave the guys there?
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
Yeah. All right. 4 dice. That's Stilgar's special. No, that's Thufir's special and the Baron's special.
Yep. So I take 2, 3. I'm dead.
Yep. There we go.
All right. Fadakin
Stilgar.
dead. Stilgar in the tank. Card not available.
We take those. And that moves Beast up 1. I don't think it's going to matter, but
Let's do. I have what? Desert Power left. So let's do. One Desert Power here. And actually, maybe I'll do it with Worm Sign instead. Go here. And here.
okay.
Actually, go here and here. Okay.
All right. Well, this Thopter isn't doing a whole lot, so the guild ban is not in effect. It's not supposed to be. I kept
Yeah,
the map
it's not.
last
Yeah,
turn.
correct. Yep, that's not
All
an
right.
effect.
Well, then I'm going to scout this siege here.
Yep.
Tell me, what is this? Is it a 1? It's a 3. Oh, man. Okay. Well, I know where my next target is. Because, well, that's still awkward. Getting it doesn't actually win me the game here. You're going to destroy these harvesters. You don't even need Stilgar to do it. Naturally.
We'll do a.
I'm still.
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah,
still
yeah.
that was a free
Yep.
action.
Yeah, yeah, free action. Yep.
Yeah. I can't draw. Didn't roll any. All right. Do you know the Hard Times and Oppression card?
Yes.
Okay. Does it drop? It doesn't drop guys in these spaces where I don't have villages,
Correct.
right?
Yep.
All
Yep.
right.
You have to have the village there or the city
So
there.
it's at its that card is at its best when you still have all your stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
It's not time for dinner yet, bud. It's not time yet. It's only 4:30. You have to wait. I know.
What is the password?
Alia, capital A. I think I will strategy die to move 2 legions. We're gonna move the Sardaukar, the Elite, Thufir into Arson. We're gonna move these 3 boys or these house boys down here.
Okie dokie.
Over to you.
I will do another desert power.
Yep.
To go here.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no. I'll go.
Really want to defend that 3 siege.
I'll go that way.
Makes sense. Not going to have a ton of spice at the end of this turn, am I?
Unlikely.
That sucks. So that's your other 3. That's a 2. And I've got a 1. So each of these has a 1 in 5 of being another 1. You're pretty much going to be emptying these 2 sieges to go after these harvesters. Aren't you?
In theory, unless I'm bluffing about going after those harvesters. Also
well, if you're not bluffing about going after those harvesters, that means I'm going to get points and stuff at the end of this turn, which is very good for me. Very, very good for me. Although you probably want to go after those harvesters because, like, you're going to get a ton of, well, not a ton, but you're going to get a little. Well, no, you will get a ton.
Yeah, in theory, I could do. So what my thought is, just since we're talking about maybe how this expansion could work, my thought is if let's say I take 3 harvesters. Well, I guess only 2 because Stilgar's in the tank. So let's say I take 2 harvesters. I could take like a frigate, and then I could force a landing, and then I could immediately do a free action to bomb something if I wanted to go that route. Was sort of my thought.
I imagine what you would do is start by moving just 2 normal legions, and you'd split these out. Yep. Okay, well, I guess you can't split this guy off.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't be bad. You'd get this, and then you'd move 2 legions with leaders, and I don't know, you'd pick a third one, maybe move these guys over here, and then move these guys over here, and gets you 3 harvesters. And that's your first one is going to be like a frigate, and then house troops, or maybe just 2 batches of house troops. And then your last harvester is just immediate landing phase.
I have
instantly.
The other thing that potentially is happening too, again, just to point it out, like since I have atomics, I could atomics play a card that lets me, or like as my free action, then play a dice to take 2 harvesters, add troops, and then deploy the troops. Oh no, because I'm adjacent to where you're at, so I'd have to deploy them like here or something instead. Yep.
Well, deploying them there is still good because, like, what 1, 2? Well, okay, you'd want.
I could deploy
Carthag or the basin.
Yeah, maybe the basin. Like I could deploy here with a Thopter here. Like I could deploy guys, but maybe that wouldn't be enough stuff quite yet.
There's a lot of options.
Yep.
Realistically, stopping you from doing that is like the best way to stop you doing that is just hold down, just reinforce the basin, of course.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But that would still give me an action. All right, we're going to deploy. Well, we're not going to deploy. We're going to spend the deployment die and play Arson Legion.
Yep.
So we get a leader, an elite, and a reg. And we're just going to drop a Bashar. We're going to drop it in Arson. And that card does work even if I don't have the village, right?
Actually, I don't think it does because you don't have Arson Village anymore. That's probably worth something on the FAQs to figure out. But I've always played it if you're missing the village, you can't play it there.
That's correct. That's correct.
Is that correct?
Yeah, that always gets me in North Pole too. So yeah,
So
you got to have
so same with if North Pole is beat, you can't deploy things in the North Pole with the card there.
correct.
Okay, got it. All right.
It's somewhere in there. I'll look for it in a second.
Yeah,
But
you're
yeah,
fine.
we looked it up back when.
Got it.
Well, I am not going to play that card. That makes that card a lot
Much
worse
worse.
then.
Much worse. Did you
Well,
want to
that's kind of
change? Did you want to change the amount of people you moved in here the turn before, knowing that?
Yes,
Yeah,
probably.
go ahead and make that adjustment then.
Yeah. Because obviously, I want to get a legion going and send dudes out to go punish you for going after my harvesters. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Move a couple extra dudes in, and we'll rendezvous them together at some point. All right, so that's a deployment die. Well, we still got good places to deploy, so let's send a Ramsham to the North Pole. And we're going to deploy with his special ability. So Sardaukar to the basin, and then a reg. Well, at this point, you'd actually probably go after Carthag, so we should probably reinforce Carthag. There we go. Yeah, just like that. Okay.
All right.
A Ramsham getting the... All right, there we go.
All right. I will go ahead and detonate atomics up here for my freebie.
Naturally.
And then I will play a strategy dice and move 2 guys. We'll go. I'll split these guys. It's a regular and elite. And we'll
Technically,
go
you didn't have to reveal the siege, but...
Oh, yeah, that's true. And then the second one will go here. I'll take 2 harvesters. I will grab 2 frigates for that. Put it back to you.
Yep.
I'll actually swap these guys. I'll put these guys here and these guys here.
Oh, and that last die moved Beast up in the tanks.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about this.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, I think we'll just strategy die. We'll move Thufir to join these guys. We'll probably move this Sardaukar and this guy. I mean, this Ornithopter's not doing a whole lot else, is it?
Yep.
Back onto the rocks, I guess, and they'll stay there to bluff troop carriers.
Safety first.
Safety first. And yeah, that Thopter's that way.
All right, final dice for me. Leadership. These guys here for that one. And I'll move these guys here. 4. That one. And for my, I'll move my highliner up for my harvester kill. I'll deploy these 2 house troops to here.
Okay.
Oh no, I can't. We already talked about that.
Oh yeah, that's adjacent.
I don't think they can take eco stations either. I'll go ahead and deploy them here.
All right.
And then I'll deploy these guys here and here.
Yep.
And I'll do free actions and bomb these guys with this one.
All right. Roll your dice, sir.
3. Do 2. And
Sardaukar is dead.
This guy will bomb these guys for 3 as well. For 3.
Ow. All right, get your bombers out of here.
Get out of there.
That's some good bombing.
Bombing run. All right, your turn.
I am not getting any points this turn. God. Well, I think we just gotta deploy and drop more dudes in the basin, don't we?
In the basin.
And that moves Iran up again. Yeah, I mean, we're going to discard the arson card anyway. So, yeah, we'll just deploy those guys in the basin. Hope they can hold it down.
Yep.
All right, let's see some desert hazards.
That is actually game because I got
game?
my 1, 2, 3, 4 guys in the desert. That bumps me up to 9, and then 9. 9
brutal.
Yep.
Absolutely brutal game.
Yeah, it's I don't know how you feel about the expansions.
I mean, the expansions didn't do a whole lot because
they didn't do much. Yeah,
your winning stroke was when you moved it all in here.
It's like I couldn't help myself. I really wanted to like take this eco station and then take this harvester and take that one, and then I drew fucking two Fatakin and a Siege, and I was like, all right, fine, I'll just do it. So yeah.
Well, no, it shows. I think it shows a point that a lot of people, they complain about base Atreides being kind of underpowered, but
yeah,
it's kind of not. It's
I think you just have to go for it and then see how it works.
Worked pretty well.
Good game. Well, I will post this, and hopefully people can use this as a I want to learn how to kind of do the expansion. I think we used some of the stuff on here, so it was good to everybody except this guy.